Orlando and Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Daniels looking to throw. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throw left side complete. That's Lane. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air goes Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Robinson diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and CeeDee Lamb ready to take over once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Here's Prescott. Pickens is there on the crossing route. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Prescott now from the 50. Flushed. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
The Cowboys retreated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. Still going inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2. and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Prescott now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Prescott. Tolbert hauls in the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works it.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Dietrich Wise Jr. picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Eluding the pressure, and he's going to go down again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And with that, they take the lead here, 20-17. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They go play action. Daniels rolling to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Daniels. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A give to Robinson on the option. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Oh, my bad, y'all. How old am I? Thank you guys for giving me and my family this opportunity to be in the place that we're in right now. I took one day off. I'm back, though. I don't know what time. Hold on.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
It's 10:33.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football.
And I got one more video after this, so about time you see this, you should see my first video, of course. My second one should be out, and this is my third one. So about time, if you see this video and you hear this message, I'm already making my 4th video. So yeah, me and my brother came up with an idea that he wants me to start making, instead of 2 or 3 videos, he wants me to make 4 videos a day. And I said, okay, I can do it. Let's make it harder. He's like, let's make it harder. So yes, we're gonna stay at 4. We're not going to 5. We're staying at 4. Because I want to give y'all my all. You see what I'm saying? Not like that, but I want to. How can I say this? I shouldn't just say this in my outro in my last video. But you know, I've been working to get to the place that I am right now for a long time. Some of y'all know this, some of y'all don't. It's okay. But you know, I just want to give y'all my all. But I'll let you guys get back to the video.
Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pickens on the slant. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know
If they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Checks this one down to Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw is Daniels. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, Daniels steps away. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. Know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To throw is Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a 1-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a 1st down.
Here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Being chased out left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the 1st as well. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Dak. A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Second and 6 coming up. To throw, Prescott. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them, as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Robinson with another carry. And he will have a Commanders first down, and that should just about do it. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.